for it. I'm not going to do anything to you guys. I went on trial for doing something to you guys. I'm not going to do anything to you guys. No. Thank you, Johns, for being honest. I appreciate that. Can you confirm that he did not put his hands on anybody or do anything inappropriate?
I just got here as this. I didn't even really see most of it, but I didn't see him touch.
But he was just filming, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. He didn't say a word. And I didn't cuss. I didn't even cuss today. Fellas, I appreciate it. I'm here. You're getting out of handcuffs. I'm a lot calmer.
Today's body cam footage captures a confrontation that escalates almost immediately between a family filming inside a public building and security personnel. Within seconds, accusations are flying, a young man is placed in handcuffs, and his mother demands answers from responding officers. The central question in this case is straightforward. Was the detention justified, or did a simple act of recording in public spiral into an unnecessary confrontation? As we break down the footage, we'll look at what each side claims happened and how the responding officers handled a rapidly developing situation.
What's your name, ma'am?
Right, first thing you're doing is going to back.
Whoa, why'd you grab him? Oh, why'd you grab him?
Now,
why did you just grab him?
Now, put your hands behind your back.
He grabbed him for a camera, sir. I just need to make sure I know who this guy is, but he put his hands on my son and grabbed him for a camera, sir, so I want to press charges against this gentleman. And you need to let my son out of handcuffs really fast. Okay, I'm gonna stand right here, sir. If you need to go talk somewhere private, you're gonna have to go somewhere private. I'm gonna film you in the public areas. He just accosted us for filming in the public areas, and I'm gonna establish that our rights to do this is clearly established by the U.S. Constitution. And I'm very upset that he just put his hands on my son. Like, I'm very, very upset, sir.
This is where the legal issues become central. The family argues that they are lawfully recording in a publicly accessible government building. They emphasize that there are no signs, barriers, or restricted zones preventing filming. A common issue in these encounters is confusion over the difference between public property, publicly accessible areas, restricted government workspaces. Simply being inside a government building doesn't automatically prohibit recording, but certain secure or restricted areas may have lawful limitations. The family's argument is that none of those restrictions applied here. This becomes less about personalities and more about whether everyone involved understood the applicable rules.
You need to get a lot of supervisors and get the cameras, because this is bad, guys. This is very bad. Somebody needs to get my son out of handcuffs really fast, guys. Get my son out of handcuffs. Get him out of handcuffs, guys. This is really bad. This is really bad. The officer who detained is gone. Get him out of handcuffs. He's not a violent person. Please get him out of handcuffs. Please just get him out of handcuffs. Please just get him out of handcuffs, James. He was filming, James. He was filming and he grabbed the camera out of his hands and started jerking him around, sir.
So I was filming, right? My job.
You came up here just filming whatever.
I didn't say a single word. I filmed him with my job, right? He came up here, grabbed the camera out of my hands, and then put me in cuffs and said, "You're not under arrest. You're just detained."
This portion shows the emotional impact of the detention. Notice that the mother repeatedly returns to one point. He was filming. She isn't arguing technical legal details. She's framing the entire encounter around what she believes was protected activity. Officers, however, often use temporary handcuffing while investigating a disturbance, especially if there's an allegation of assault.
That was it, when you were
Yeah, and I asked why, and he said, "Because you're filming, and filming's not illegal." I mean,
He said we couldn't film. He said we couldn't film here.
Bring the cameras in. Security would not let me bring the camera in. It was illegal to film.
And there's no restricted access signs or anything around here.
There are certain areas that are not allowed.
We're not in a courtroom, sir.
And if you didn't ask me to leave, guess what? I would have left him immediately. He didn't ask me to leave. He didn't do anything. He just
Please take him out of handcuffs. Bert, they got my son in handcuffs, Bert, for doing an open records request, Bert. Bert's here working on the same story. Are y'all gonna arrest him for filming? He's here working on the same story. Bert's here with Channel 8 working on the same story. Are we gonna arrest him too?
Okay, so we're trying to figure out what's happening.
I'm a very calm person. I might be loud, but I'm not gonna do anything.
This may be the most important part of the entire encounter. For the first time, security provides its version. The individual was told to stop. Security says he refused. Security claims he swung at him. The family's version, he was peacefully filming. Security initiated physical contact. These are completely opposite accounts. At this stage, officers must rely on witness statements, surveillance footage, body cameras, physical evidence. They can't simply assume either side is correct. This illustrates why body cam footage can be so valuable. It preserves statements made before stories have time to change.
Whoa, why'd you grab him? Whoa, why'd you grab him?
Now,
why did you just grab him?
Now, put your hands
Why
behind
did
your
you
back.
just grab him? Don't
put your hands behind your back.
Let him do
There's
it.
no recording involved here. Put that down.
Yes, sir, there is. What are you doing? What are you doing, sir? What is going on?
I asked him to put it down. He swung at me.
No, he did not, sir. Bert, they got They got my son in handcuffs, Bert, for doing an open records request, Bert. Bert, you're working on the same story. Are y'all going to arrest him for filming?
He was just a military.
Can you get him out of handcuffs, please?
I-
Call
as
us.
soon as
Get
I-
him out of handcuffs, sir. Please, just get him out of handcuffs. Watch the video. My son does not do anything to anybody, and you're just get him out of handcuffs. Call us.
If you cooperate with me,
This changes the dynamics. The mother argues that another journalist is engaged in essentially the same conduct without interference. Her point is simple. If filming is illegal, why isn't everyone filming being detained? She's attempting to highlight what she sees as inconsistent enforcement. The arrival of independent media also increases public accountability during the incident. This marks a significant turning point. As officers gather information, the detention appears to end. The mother thanks one officer for what she views as honesty and fairness. She specifically asks for confirmation that her son touched no one. He simply filmed. He remained quiet. The release from handcuffs suggests officers may have concluded there was insufficient reason to continue the detention. This demonstrates an important part of police work. Initial detentions can change as additional evidence becomes available. As this body cam comes to a close, several important issues stand out. First, emotions escalated very quickly. What began as a disagreement over filming turned into physical accusations and a detention. Second, officers had to investigate competing stories rather than relying on assumptions. Third, the eventual removal of the handcuffs suggests that further investigation influenced the officers' decisions. From the family's perspective, this was an incident where lawful recording led to an unnecessary detention. From the security perspective, there was an allegation that instructions were ignored and that physical resistance occurred. The body cam itself doesn't fully resolve every factual dispute, but it does show how officers gathered information, listened to witnesses, and adjusted their actions as new details emerged. Perhaps the biggest takeaway is that encounters involving public recording often become flashpoints because participants may have different understandings of the rules governing public spaces. Clear communication, restraint, and careful fact-finding are critical to preventing these situations from escalating. What do you think? Based on the statements made during this body cam, did the officers ultimately handle the investigation appropriately after arriving, or could the situation have been de-escalated much earlier? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's discuss the evidence shown in the footage.